Good morning and welcome to Tea Time with Tanya. I'm Tanya. How you doing today? Today is Wednesday, April 13th, 2022. Let's start today off with a blessing, shall we? Dear universe, dear creator, dear spirit guides, please give us the collective a blessing for this 13th day of April 2022. A blessing for us. Here it is. Oh my goodness. Look at this card. We get your blessed power. You are a field of endless possibility with unlimited power to create. Every atom of you is full of abstract potential that can be molded into any form. Every particle of you holds the blueprint of creation. You are a force of nature and a great blessing on this earth. Namaste. Let me read this blessing one more time. Your blessed power. You are a field of endless possibility with unlimited power to create. Every atom of you is full of abstract potential that can be molded into any form. Every particle of you holds the blueprint of creation. You are a force of nature and a great blessing on this earth. Namaste. Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Okay, I've got some good questions today, but guys, I am going to need questions for Friday's live show. So please, please, please drop your questions in the box below. Please, whatever questions that are on your heart that you need answered about these times that we are going through right now. Um, Feel free, please. Don't be afraid to ask your questions. Okay, the first thing that I'm going to talk about this morning is the mass shootings, all this violence that we have been suffering literally since the mask mandates have been lifted. For 2 years, since 2020, for a year and a half, a year and a bit more and a half, America had its lowest mass shootings in the last 20 years. Okay. And that was because people were stopped from moving about freely. But that really wasn't it. What changed was people being conscious of other people. I need to say this because, and I need you to hear this, why the mass shootings have come back. Why, with the lifting of the mask mandates, violence has overtaken America once more. Why? Why did this happen this way? Okay. And I have to let you guys, I have to try to get you guys to see what happens with energy when we are focused on pursuits that raise our vibration, that protect us. And even though we had a part of society that was dead set against doing anything to help in COVID with the mask mandates and the rules of society, we had enough people who were conscientious of other people. And with that conscientiousness, our vibration raised. Even though there were a lot of very horrible things going on, I need everybody to see when our universe tilted into chaos, into more chaos. Okay, before Vlad invaded the Ukraine, it was the end of the Winter Olympics in Beijing. Okay, I'm going to draw you a picture. I want you to follow the energy. Okay, at the end of the Olympics, literally 2 days before the Olympics ended, Vlad announced that he was going to invade the Ukraine. China went silent on Taiwan. The United States lifted its mask mandate. The next day, the world fell into this chaos. When Vlad invaded the Ukraine, it literally lifted the quarantine, and that's what it was. We were on pause. When we changed our mindset to try to heal ourselves and heal our world, we put a kibosh on a lot of violence. I need everybody to see that all of these things came together at one time. The end of the Olympics, the lifting of the mask mandate, and Vladimir's um, announcement that he was indeed going to invade the Ukraine. The very next day was violence. The very next day, our economy took a plunge. Okay? All of this is connected. All of these energy patterns are connected. This is not going to change until we do. These mass shootings, this is a snapshot of the chaos of where we are in the chaos right now. This war in Ukraine has opened Pandora's box, and that's the only way I can say it there. We 2019, 2020, 2021, and up until March of 2022, the world had been given the opportunity to heal. We had been given the opportunity to see our folly. We ignored what was told to us, what was given to us, the chance that we had to change this. We ignored it. We allowed this to happen. So the mass shootings, the violence, and all of this stuff is going on because of the decisions that were made by Putin, by China, and by the United States. The questions that we have to bring ourselves back into view, what we have to bring ourselves to look at right now is, how are we going to come out of this? What is going to have to happen for us to come out of this cycle? Universe, spirit guides, speak freely through me. What do we need to do? What do we need to know that will help us in this cycle of violence that we are in? What has to happen? Please show me, tell me what is in the cards for us as a people in the situation that we find ourselves now. Okay, a whole stack of cards fell out. I don't know. I had my eyes closed, so I'm reshuffling. Okay. Tell us what we need to know about this cycle of violence that we are in. Okay. What we need to know about this cycle of violence that we are in right now. The world is weary. We are all weary. We've been here before. As Americans, we've been here so many times. School shootings. The last two generations of our children were hiding under the desks for people coming into a place of learning with a gun, a child with a gun seeking to kill other children, grown people with guns seeking to kill people who hurt their feelings or made their work environment difficult. The chaos that we live in, the chaos that we are going through, is because we lack We lack the will to embrace each other. We embrace separatism more than we embrace inclusion. And this is something that we must work on in ourselves until we can take and put everybody on an even standing to see everyone as people. We will continue to empty ourselves of our riches. We will lose our protection. We will be open to being manipulated because of our own hate, divisiveness. These are things that we must work on in ourselves if we ever wish to find our happy place, the place where we are profitable, where we are successful, where we are joyous and happy. Where we are right now is we are at the turning point of our lives, of our existence. We are faced with change, change that we cannot turn our eyes away from. What's happening in our world? This is all a culmination of everything coming together like a giant pimple getting ready to pop. We have global warming. We have corporate greed. We have corporations trying to harm citizens, and that's what's going on right now. And through all of this despair, anger, the feeling of people who feel hopelessness, these are the people who pick up arms. These are the people who walk out into the street and start shooting. And we have to understand what this mindset, this calamity is saying. This is a scream for help. This is a scream, and not from the people who are doing the shooting. This is a scream of the collective consciousness that things are not the way that they are supposed to be. Until we can change the way that we see our society, our people keep breaking, and the shooters are broken people, broken entities that are responding to the collapsing, crushing energy that is being forced upon us by ourselves and those in power of us, okay? Those that we have given our power to. We have to understand that in the future, if we do not start to treat each other with kindness, with care, we are our brother's keeper. We are each other's keeper. We must reach out to our fellow man. We can no longer be individual entities only worried about ourselves. We cannot be people who are only worried about what's in our pocket. Until we come together as a people, we will destroy ourselves as a people. We are at the turning point where we have to come together and see that unity is the key to bringing us to a place of fulfillment, to bring us to a place to where we all can stand. Our emotions are so powerful right now. Our positive emotions as well as our negative emotions. And when we give our negativity extra strength, we harm ourselves. The final card in this draw on the mass shootings and the violence, we get the Tower. This is where we are right now. We are in calamity. We are in a system of upheaval. But in this system, there is an opportunity for change. Not just an opportunity, it is a demand for change. The universe is basically saying, how bad do things have to get before we change our ways? Okay? This is where we are. We can remove ourselves from this, but that requires us to stand together, to come together, to stop alienating our fellow man, to stop gossiping and backbiting, to stop being mean to people for no reason, to stop pointing at people and pointing out their differences just so you can feel funny or alive. Until we can look at each other with eyes of love, with eyes of acceptance, and stop trying to control and change the way people are, we will remain in this tower moment. This is our wake up call. The violence, the mass shootings, the avarice is our wake up call. This is our call to unite, our call to uh to embrace our fellow man. And it's not that you have to like somebody, but doggone it, we all live here and we all have to feel like we have a place, okay? And talking to people is one of those things. And guys, I'm not saying that you have to become a philosopher. I'm just asking you to release your kindness, to unlock the gate around your heart and let your kindness run free like a 2-year-old toddler. Let your kindness touch everyone, every entity that you come in contact with. That is the magic, the kindness of our hearts that will change the system that we are in, that will ease the violence, that will bring us together as a people. Okay, I'm going to go to the next question now. And this is a very serious question. I'm starting off with the most hard questions today. My second question. China's locked down again because of COVID. Severe, strict, almost anti-human lockdowns. People cannot leave their homes at all. People have no food. Stores are closed. Entire cities are closed. The only people who are moving are the police who are keeping people in their houses. They are putting paper over people's doors so that they can tell if they have tried to leave their houses. What is this disease that China has locked down from? And is this a new or another pandemic that we should be worried about? I'm asking these questions because these are things that we need to know. Now, we already know everybody's tarot. Everybody's has already confirmed that we have another pandemic coming. Is it here already? And is it in China now? And this is the question that I am going to ask. Is China hiding? Is China hiding another pandemic? Is China hiding? Is what China is doing to its population, are they hiding another pandemic? Okay, guys, this is still COVID. Thank God this is COVID. This is the government exacting its control over people. Okay? Restricting their movement, but they are doing it to literally try to save people's lives. Whatever variant that has come out is this is what China is hiding. This variant that is coming out is more dangerous than Omicron or than COVID-19, the original strain. Okay, this is why they have it locked down. I'm going to read to you this page of cups so that you understand what this means. This is an arrival, something that is coming. The page of cups reads, a fair young man, a renderer of service. Okay, studious youth, this is bringing news, messages, this is what's coming, reflection and meditation. But this is a renderer of service. Okay, so The government is keeping people from moving so that it can keep them alive. This is a service to the people to try to keep people alive. It is causing anxiety and fear, as it should, because this is a deadly outbreak that is happening. But this is not a different disease. This is still COVID-19, but these are strains that are mutating, that are creating new problems for us. We have got to make sure that we keep ourselves protected. We cannot give uh, this disease a foothold to re-inundate our world. We have got to try to do whatever we can to stop this. We've got to block it. Okay, and this is what's happening. And guys, what I am being told is that our ignorance, to want, this is because of corporations' greed, because of people wanting to make money, to have everything open. This is going to harm us because we have not learned the lessons that we need to learn. Okay, we are going to face more heartbreak because of this. Okay, we're going to have to be strong. We are going to have to be strong because in our ignorance, we are putting ourselves in danger. Okay, so this question was, is China hiding another pandemic? No, China is not hiding another pandemic. China is trying to do the right thing to save people's lives from the pandemic that we are in right now. Okay, so I know, and even I am guilty of giving China the side eye, being very suspicious of everything that they do. But what they are doing right now, the whole world needs to be following suit. The whole world needs to be following suit. China has locked down because it is unsafe to be out. It is unsafe in China. It is unsafe in America. It is unsafe around the world. If you are out, wear your mask. This is not a joke. This is not playtime. China is locked down, and they're not telling us nothing. That should be a warning to everyone. They are protecting themselves and leaving us to do for ourselves. And we are not protecting ourselves. They know something that we don't know, and that you can bank on. Okay, my next question is from Beautiful Girl. Beautiful Girl is talking about what happened in Michigan with with Governor Gretchen Whitmer. A jury acquitted two of the men who had plotted to kidnap and harm Governor Gretchen Whitmer. They were acquitted. Their separatist group is called uh, the Wolverine Watchmen. They are an extremist group. Governor Whitmer stated that without accountability, these groups are going to be emboldened to do this more and more. The first part of this question: will the other two defendants be found guilty? Will the other two Wolverine defendants in Gretchen Whitmer's case be found guilty of trying to kidnap a public official? Yes. The second two will be found guilty. The second part of the question: is Governor Whitmer safe right now? Is she safe from these extremists? Is Governor Whitmer safe? Is Governor Gretchen Whitmer safe? No. Governor Whitmer is not safe. Governor Whitmer needs to protect herself. She needs more protection now than anything. There are a lot of people who are coming after her who want to take from her. This extremist group has grown since the kidnapping plot. This has A lot of people have joined this. We have a lot of bad actors in our government, in our society, that do not care about what is right. They care about what is white. And I'm going to say it just like that because this is about that. Okay? This is about fear of a certain group of people losing power. Gretchen Whitmer, the reason that they wanted to go after her was because this is a woman who was doing nothing more than trying to save the lives of the people of her state. And these people want to kill her because she's trying to protect them. But that's not it. They want to kill her because she's on the side of truth, not on the side of greed and money, because this in the final straw for this is money. The reason that we cannot get out of this is because people are so worried about money, making money, having money, losing their riches, that life has no meaning. This is why we are where we are. People have traded the want and love of money and put that over the sanctity of life. This is why we are where we are. The last part of Beautiful Girl's question: will this extremist group, will the Wolverine Watchmen be disbanded? Will the Wolverine Watchmen extremist group be disbanded? Will they? Will the jury? Will the Justice Department come in and break up this group? Yes. First card, we get the lovers. They are going to come in and tear this apart. We got a couple of cards here, though. Again, we are not safe. Assets are not protected right now, okay? These people are going to try to cause as much trouble as they possibly can before they are arrested, sent to prison, killed, whatever. This is a bad group, and this is not just the Wolverine Watchmen. This is a culmination of all these groups. There is a plot that is running uh, through our society to bring down good, to stomp on truth. We are living in an age where people are trying to make the lie, to bring it into being, to make it into a physical thing. And this is what 45 is doing. This is what Vlad is doing. That's why this is Fox News. Everything is based on lies. Everything is based on deception and misdirection. Okay? The whole world is at a crossroads. The whole world has got to see these people for what they are. We've got to see all these people for the we have to look at what they're doing and see the damage that they are trying to cause, to see the separation that they are trying to bring into being. This is where we come in. This is where our voices have to shout down those. We have to speak the truth. We have to shout down the lies. Everywhere we hear them. Your silence in the face of a lie, if you are in the vicinity of a lie being spread and you do not speak up and you allow that lie to float through the air, you are as guilty as the person who said it, because you don't have to say nothing else, but that's a lie. That's a lie. And that word lie, not mistruth, not misdirection, the word lie is what we need to say. Stop lying. That's a lie. Call a lie a lie. Don't sugarcoat nothing. When you hear it and it's wrong, call it the lie that it is. Okay? All right. Next question. I am going to do a full throw on Zelenskyy and his fate going forward from this day. I feel like um, this war in the Ukraine has taken a turn into something that is just going to be horrible, because it's not a war at this point. This is just going to be a mass murder. Vladimir is plotting, is carrying out a mass murder, extremist murder, okay, genocide, trying to kill off a whole group of people, a group of people that he himself belongs to. This is why we have to understand that Vlad and Hitler may be the same exact person, okay? This may be, Vlad may be the incarnation, the reincarnation of Hitler, okay? So, I am going to throw on Zelenskyy. I would like to know, Tarot, Spirit Guides, please tell us all you can tell us about Volodymyr Zelenskyy and where he is right now. Where is Volodymyr Zelenskyy? What is going through his mind? What is on his heart? Where is he right now? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. What's on Volodymyr Zelensky's mind right now is his own fate. He is looking at his mortality. Every day he wakes up, he is now wondering, is this going to be his last day? He is seriously worried. They are getting closer to him. He feels it on him. He literally feels it, and he will not. He has already uh, told his wife and his children that he will not abandon his countrymen, that he will stand on the front line and fight, pick up an arm, and charge a tank if necessary. He has come to accept the fact that he may not get out of this alive. That right there is going to be what protects this man. Zelenskyy is wanting the world to see the nastiness that is going on. He does not want the world to blink from the murder and the chaos that is being exacted on his nation. He wants the world to see the dead bodies. He wants to see the world. He wants the world to see what the world is allowing to happen. Um, Dead children laying in the street, people being blown up, uh, people driving through landmines just to try to get from point A to point B. Volodymyr Zelenskyy does not want the world to look away, does not want the world to blink while this is going on in his country. This war is unfair, it was uncalled for, and it is unjustified. There is nothing that could make this right. Uh, the Ukraine is trying to be stolen. Okay, uh, Putin is trying to steal the Ukraine from the Ukrainian people, and Volodymyr Zelenskyy is going to stand in the way until to his very last breath to make sure that that does not happen. He will be there for his people. He will give of himself. He will give of the finances of his country. He will do all that he can to help his people. Vladimir Zelenskyy is the steadfast warrior. This is what we should all see when we look at him. We see a warrior king. That's what he is. In the old days, the kings would ride into battle with their armies. This is what Volodymyr Zelenskyy is doing. He is on his horse in the middle with his people, fighting for what is theirs, fighting for their own freedom, to be able to live life on their terms. Vladimir Zelenskyy is a magician. He has magic within him. He can control certain things. He can command certain things. He is a very, very capable, very intuitive man. He has power on his side, and he has the power of right is with him. Okay, Vladimir Zelenskyy is a very powerful magician. He this is why he is still alive today. This is why they have not killed him. Now, we do need to help him because the last card we get is death. Okay? We've got death and the coffin. So death could come to him figuratively or in actuality. But what he is fighting against is he is fighting against the death of himself and his nation, of his country. Okay? He is fighting death. He is standing up, looking at death in the face. I am going to read you what the death card says. Death reads, the end, mortality, destruction, corruption. Okay? This is the end. This is what Vladimir Zelenskyy was born to do. He is fulfilling his life's path with what he is doing in the Ukraine, standing with his people, showing the whole world what leadership looks like. And if Vladimir Zelenskyy does pass away through this war, he will not only will he have died a martyr, but he will be exalted, he will be enshrined forever. The Ukraine will not lose. Buildings will be destroyed, lives will be lost, but the Ukrainian spirit will not be destroyed. And this is the spirit of man. This is people standing up, fighting to have what is theirs, to be able to breathe free, to be able to walk free. This is what this fight is about. We all need to take note of what Vladimir is doing. Lift him up, send him energy, send him energy. This man is changing the world with what he is doing, with what he says, his very presence. And I'm not putting him on a pedestal. What Volodymyr Zelenskyy is doing is what we should all be doing, and that is embracing our fellow man, standing up for right, and not being afraid, even as death is coming towards you, not being afraid to stand your ground, to protect yourself and others. Vladimir Zelenskyy is an admirable person. I respect him. Okay. My next question about this war, and I would like to know, will the invasion of the Ukraine end in May? Will the invasion of the Ukraine end in May? Will Vladimir withdraw his troops from the Ukraine in the month of May 2022? Will Vladimir of Russia withdraw his troops and end the occupation of the Ukraine in the month of May 2022? Nope. This war is not going to be over with in May. It's not going to be over with in May. There's going to be a lot of talk about Vlad of Russia is going to be doing a lot of talking, saying that he wants this to end. It's just going to cause a lot distress in the rest of the world. Vlad he's going to obstruct the whole rest of the world. He's going to draw this out, guys. He is going to try to pull other countries into this. Okay. It's going to come to an end. It's going to come to an end. But when is unpredictable. Um, I have to read you this card. The Seven of Rods in reverse came out. And that is embarrassment and anxiety. This is what is going to befall Vlad. Okay? All the things that he is doing is going to result in him looking like a fool. However, in him looking like a fool, real people's lives are being lost. Okay? Buildings can be rebuilt, cars can be rebuilt, grass can even regrow. But a person's life, you cannot, Thanos, snap your fingers and everything just go back to the way it was. What he has done has caused a rift, and I want to say in the space-time continuum, but that rift cannot be put back together. This is going to be forced to have to play out because this is the road that we have chosen to go down. I don't know what that means, and I don't know how to explain that, but that's what I have been told. Okay. Oh, here's my next question. Will Russia be removed from the EU, from the European Union? Will Russia be removed from the European Union after all this is over? Will Russia be removed? Or not even before this is over, while Vlad is still in office. Will Russia be removed from the European Union, from the EU? Will Russia be removed? Oh, we got a maybe. First card. They're talking about it. Oh my gosh, first card is a maybe, and then we get the world. The council is discussing this right now, discussing kicking them all the way out, not just suspending them, but removing them completely. They are in discussion right now. They are looking to see if this will help or hurt because they are unsure as to what this move will do. It's causing a lot of anxiety. It's causing the most anxiety for Lavrov. I don't know why his name popped into my mind, but that guy is seriously worried. I don't know if he sits on the board of the EU or what, but Lavrov, that name just came into my mind, is seriously scared of the Europeans kicking the Russians out of the EU. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pull all of the cards on this. The next card. This is what they're worried about: the money, the catastrophic financial harm that could befall the entire world by kicking out Russia from the EU. But that's short-sighted. The next card. Is a partnership. They are working together, trying to find the best outcome for this. Now, this is not the lovers, guys. These are people who are working together to for a common good, to come to a common conclusion. The next card we get the sword of truth. This is going to be severe. Okay, we already got the yes. They're going to do it. This is going to be severe when they do it. It is going to cause some more troubles. And the last card, we get the mutiny card. Okay, there are some people in the EU that are not sure about kicking Russia out. But I think this one is going to be Russia left standing alone. I don't think I don't think there's going to be a mutiny against the EU. I think the mutiny is going to be against Vlad. That people are going to lay down and say, nope, you're on your own. We are no longer going to protect you. Now remember, Putin is in the EU and he has invaded another country. I think he broke some rules, but he's been breaking them since 2014 and nobody's done anything. But I do believe that this is true. The European Union. And they're dragging their feet out of fear. They're dragging their feet out of fear. But when they finally do swallow, I do believe that they will excommunicate Russia from the EU so that they do not have to protect Vladimir. Okay? All right. My next question is, will aliens make themselves known to humanity in 2022? Uh-oh, I got some. Okay, guys, give me a second. Got cards that are backwards and forwards. I gotta fix my whole deck. Here we go. Will extraterrestrials make themselves known to all humanity in 2022? Will the extraterrestrials make themselves known to all of humanity in 2022? Yeah? Yeah, we got two yeses. Okay. Let me see if I can read this on the conditions. I here it is. I think I see this. Okay. Because of the things that we are doing to this planet, um, we have been plunged into darkness on this planet. The extraterrestrials will come to shine a light on us, to save us from death caused by our own hands. So when they do come, it will be to help us, protect us from ourselves, okay? To protect us from ourselves. Um, this is going to be very stressful for a lot of people because when we do meet, there are lots of different, uh, I'll say species of extraterrestrials. Some look like bugs, some look like what we think aliens look like, some look like animals, okay? As above, so below. Everything that you see replicated on Earth, everything you see on Earth is replicated in space, okay? So, the reason is fear. The reason for a slow disclosure is because humans are fearful, panicky little bags of meat, okay? Afraid of anything that is different. And that is why the disclosure is going to be slow, because people are going to want to fight against the aliens, thinking that they are here to harm instead of help. This is going to be out of ignorance. And the government keeping people in the dark about aliens is what is going to is what feeds that fear. Here's our first yes, okay? The aliens will make themselves known to all humanity in 2022. We get the justice card. And this card comes because this is what we're going to be facing for the crimes committed against Gaia. When we bomb, that is an assault on this planet, and we will have to face our justice for what we have done to Gaia. Okay. Oh, the next card we get is the Queen of Pentacles. So throughout this, and when they do show themselves, they are going to help us because they are going to make things better for us when they do show themselves. They are here benevolently for us. If the aliens wanted to destroy us, they could have destroyed us at any time during history. However, that is not what they are. They are not negatively oriented beings. These are light beings. They are not like us. So when people are afraid that the aliens are going to come and kill us, they are turning aliens into people. Aliens are not people. They do not operate like we do. They are not frail, panicky, little weak beings. They understand their power and they have the knowledge of the universe, the one thing that we don't have. Okay? So, Yes, the aliens will. We will have full disclosure this year. Maybe July, second part of the year. Okay, so um, second midsummer through the end of the year, somewhere in there. Let's start looking out for those guys. Okay, next question. Will DJ TJ, oh Donnie Jr., be the first in his family to go to prison? And I feel he does not have a place to hide. Uh, Junior committed all of his crimes in daylight, in broad daylight. Will DJ TJ, Donnie Jr., be the first in his family to go to prison? Yep, yes, he is. And his, let me pull off. There we go. Okay, here's our yes. He gonna get beat up. He's going to be looking at all the stuff he lost. And guys, I keep telling you, every time we get this strength card, this is abuse of power. And that is what he is going, that is what he is going to, what he's going to face. Now, remember, um, I don't know if he was a part of his daddy's cabinet or not. But what he did and his going to jail is going to come from all the stuff that he texted to Mark Meadows. Um, Not just that, but that's what's going to, something in those texts, something that he said is going to be the thing that sends him straight to jail. Okay. So we got our yes. Things are going to come out. A lot of crimes that he committed are going to come out for the whole world to see. And everything that was done in the dark is going to get brought out into the light. Do not worry. These guys are going to be worried about their money. Um, and they're going to be worried about a lot of the embarrassing secrets that are going to come out about their family. Um, that's what's going to hurt them the most is the dirty things that go on in their familial groups. That is going to come to light. That is going to be very embarrassing to them, and it's so much more than his suspected drug use. It's so much more than that. They do a lot of nasty things in that family that they have normalized, that the rest of the world would find completely shocking. Okay, my next question. Is the recession a way to force people back into the workforce and destabilize life on this planet? Is this recession big business's way of forcing people back into the workforce to destabilize people's life? You raise prices. You raise the price of everything. Retired people can't stay retired. You raise the price of everything. People got to go find odd job. Who does that benefit? It only benefits the 1%, the ones who are making the prices. We have to understand that. These prices don't go up by themselves. Big business raises these prices. There's no shortage. There's no shortage. There's no shortage of fuel. There's no shortage of food. This is big business making the whole world suffer. We must understand what it is. Is this recession big business's way of keeping people enslaved, forcing people to have to stay in the workforce, forcing people into the workforce? Okay, I did not get a straight out yes on that, didn't get a maybe either, but I did get the tower. This recession is going to harm us. it is going to harm us in more ways than we even know right now. So big business isn't trying to stand on our necks, or so tarot says right now. But this system of change that we are in um, will destabilize this planet. Okay, this is going to cause all of us to have to live our lives differently or face ruin. Okay, my next question, or the next thing I want to talk about before we hit an hour, is wildfires and arson. Okay, this is something that we're going to be dealing with all summer of 2022 and into the fall. Wildfires are going to be a big thing over here in the West, especially the West and up where all these tornadoes have been going lately is also going to be followed by wildfires. Um, the earth is changing, so the wildfires, there's really nothing that we can do about them except for to prepare our spaces and to make sure that um, around your home you clear brush, keep everything cut back, keep your greens green if you can. However, arson is going to be another problem that we are going to face this year. Arsonists, people setting fires. These are the same people, I have to put them in the same category as the people who come out and want to shoot people for no reason. This is another part of the chaos. The people who are committing mass murders, mass shootings, and people who are arsonists work on that same energy level. And right now, we are in a system where these people are going to be causing major damage. Some of them will be fire jumpers trying to ensure that they have work for the summer. Other of them are people who are angry at the whole world and just want to see people suffer. This is what we're dealing with right now. These are the entities that have crawled out of the woodwork since the reopening of the world. Look around you. Engage yourself in conversation with people, because sometimes just talking to somebody can stop them from doing something. The flap of a butterfly's wings can change the direction of 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 a train. Okay, so we have to understand that we can affect changes. Saying hi or excuse me if you bump into somebody. You never know what that person might be going through, and just your words of kindness, inclusion, respect could change the whole world from suffering a catastrophe. Your kind words, kind gesture, giving a little bit of yourself to someone else could literally change the world, could stop a murder, could stop an arson. We have that power. We have to learn how to harness it, and send it to everyone who needs it. I'm not doing the weather. I think I'm going to stop for a while because I just can't. After yesterday, just seeing the tornadoes, I can't, because we're not out of that system just yet. Everybody should be able to breathe a little sigh of relief. Uh, I think by next weekend sometime. Just, but we have so much coming. And again, wind is going to be the four-letter word that is going to be the bane of 2022. Wind. It's going to be what accelerates the wildfires and starts the hurricanes and tornadoes. So be aware. Like I told you on Monday, download a good version of a weather app and look at it before you leave the house. Keep a blanket, water, and something to snack on in your car if you're traveling. Um, Even if you're not traveling, keep it in your car. It could help you or it could help someone else. I love you. I love you. Please, I need questions for Friday's live show. Please drop them in the questions box below. I love you. I will see you then. Have a fantastic day, guys. Namaste.